Alrighty, everybody. So we're gonna try to get a game in here. You know me, just trying to get some games in whenever I have time. Trying to learn how to play chess a little bit better. Trying to learn how to advance my knowledge of the game. I've been playing this Queen's Pawn game for a little bit now. It looks like my opponent's gonna go for a declined. So we'll go ahead and get our knight lined up. So pressure on this pawn, so we can go ahead and defend it this way. I mean, granted, our knight was also defending it, but by going here, this allows us the opportunity to capture back if my opponent were to capture. So now we have a double attack on this pawn here. Opponent has it defended doubly. That's an interesting move. I'm not too familiar about that one. So where is he looking to go? Right here. Right here. Ah, he's looking to fork my king and my rook. Okay. So, looking for the old knight fork. This bishop would defend it, but it is causing some issues. Okay, what about this? If I push a pawn, does that work at all? Let me think this through. Push a pawn, my opponent captures. Then I capture, then he captures with the bishop. He has a bishop here. I no longer have a pawn here. No, that still doesn't give me what I want. Okay, so let us just defend it this way. We can't defend it that way. Ooh. Ooh, Trixie. Trixie hobbitses. All right, well, we have to go for this. This is really our only option, and it's not a good option. But it might just give us a chance to get castled, maybe? No, I don't think so. I don't think we're going to be able to get castled. We're probably going to have to artificially castle. So I like this guy being here. Let's just move out of the way. My opponent could push down, but then I can swing around and capture. So I think that's going to work. We can make this trade. I think we might have wiggled out of that one, guys. That was, wow! I don't know if you saw the smoke coming out, but that was a tough one. I have not seen that kind of aggressive opening by my opponent. I have lost so much time. I'm a full two plus minutes behind my opponent now. So my opponent has to decide if he's going to capture here or if he's going to allow me to capture here. So I have a couple of choices. Number one is to move the bishop back. Number two is just simply to push the f-pawn. Nah, that can't be right? Push the f-pawn this too early? We can just, no, we can't. Because because I'd be capturing back. So we're up in material right now. So these are our two candidate moves. We have to make a decision really quickly on what we're gonna do. Let's just move our queen out of the way. My opponent still has this here, but now I can capture back. Because my opponent's bishop is no longer defending. Okay. So, well, we wiggled out of that one. A little bit. We were able to castle. Still waiting on my opponent to castle before I commit to pushing my h-pawn. We're going to look at maybe undermining. Now we have 2 attackers on this square. We're going to eliminate one. So my opponent got some material back in the exchange, I guess. Is that right? Now what do we want to do? Let's bring this guy... Let's just bring it here for now. I would love to steal this pawn. My opponent's got the official tripled pawns, right? That's a interesting one there. Of course, my next goal would be to swing around on this side of the board. Now that my opponent's castled, though, I'm really seriously debating on allowing my opponent to capture here. So I would capture with my f-pawn because of the tripled pawns there. So I'm probably going to swing my bishop back around here, actually, since it's defended. I think my opponent read my mind. So I don't want to open up the middle of the board if my opponent pushes down. Well, if my opponent pushes down, I can capture sideways. Let's get the other rook into the game. That feels bad. Let's go with this rook. Just control here. These pawns are defending along these squares. So I do have I could sneak my rook here. It's not what I want to do. Maybe since we're talking about dark squares, maybe we could go... Maybe I could push my g-pawn. Ah, okay. That pawn is pinned, so let's just go here. We did say that we had that square available to us. I didn't want to, but now we have to. Not have to, but 2 attackers. Notice I can't capture because my pawn was pinned. Well, now that my rook's not on this file anymore, let's, yeah, let's continue with this path, because captures... you know what, let's just go, let's double up our rooks. Shit, I don't know, guys. I just don't know. I just don't know. I'm not fast enough, y'all. My opponent's gonna have to retreat back this way. Oh, fuck. Right, because my pawn is pinned. Damn. Now I have this, followed by here, followed by here. So captures, 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 captures. What if we just come here first? Check. Right now I need to get this guy involved. Check. Has to capture. And then I lose my bishop in the process. I should have gone here. I should have gone here so I could have the double pressure. I was just trying to defend this pawn so that I didn't run into any back rank issues. Opponent's got a dark square. I've got to be careful because he could swing this guy over and cut me off. But I can bring my... This is undefended here. I'm on a light square. My opponent's has a dark square bishop. So this got tight. This got tight, y'all. Woo! Get to... Okay, this got tight. Crazy game. I should say sharp is the official chess terminology, apparently. This got sharp. This got sharp fast. So now I'm running into some time issues. I have gone up. My opponent made the sacrifice of the rook. I have gone up in material, but I'm down in time. Now, if I go here... No, my opponent can just capture. That's undefended. I can't get everything defended. I am threatening checkmate myself. My opponent has also got some heavy hitters. He has 2 attackers. I've got 2 defenders. And if he comes with the rook, I'm taking with the queen. I think, or do I? Yeah, I think I'm taking with the queen. Leave my pawn here. Or do I want my queen to be able to come this way? What's better? Yeah, so my opponent has to defend this square, but I should be able to... It's almost going to force this trade here. So let's go ahead and pre-move it. Just to get back some time. So I have some issues that I've got to worry about. So I've got my finger hovering over the confirm button, so I'm not going to have time to think these moves through. I've just got to go on instinct. First things first is I've got a passed pawn that I'm going to put to work that I've just lost. That's okay. If my opponent takes, it's checkmate. Is it checkmate? No, my opponent can squeeze away this way. but then I can come across. So I have this move here. Opponent has to defend. Doesn't he? He doesn't have any more checks, I don't think. Yes, he has to defend there. He might have a repetition. No, because if he comes here, I can bring the rook down. Still threatening checkmate. Let me go this way. Maybe sneak around on this side and push my pawn. I'm sorry I'm not too chatty, guys. Trying to go as fast as I can here. I've got time control problems. I'm trying to see every possible move that my opponent's queen can make. Ah, damn, I missed it. Oh no, I missed it. I missed it. See, I missed it. Ah, fudge. Fudge, y'all, fudge. Now he can come here, check, and pick up my rook. Ah! So close, y'all, so close. I can't believe I missed it. I saw it, too. I saw it. I saw it. As soon as he moved it, I saw it. But my fingers had already clicked. I saw it. I had the trade. I had it. I take. He takes back. I take. And now I've got passed pawns. And now it's just a pawn endgame, and I've got too many pawns for him to handle. I had it. Ah! Time trouble, y'all. It happens to everybody. And in this case, I didn't see it. I mean, I did see it, but when I made my first move, okay, my first instinct was to move. And then when I went looking for my second instinct, so first instinct is to move, my second instinct was, oh, there it is, but I'd already clicked confirm. In the time that my brain processed first move to second move is too slow. That's just how my brain works. My brain grinds a little slowly. How come he got 18 points for that win when he's ranked higher than me? Come on, son. Dang. As soon as he moved, I saw it. I mean, not as soon as he moved. I'm sorry, not as soon as he moved. As soon as I grabbed my piece and I started looking at the next most likely move, I saw it. And by that point, I was on instinct. And as soon as I let go of the piece, I hit enter instead of... Damn. Well, congratulations to my opponent. Let me go delete this. Congratulations to my opponent. He snookered one on me on that one. All right, let's see how this game goes. I'm going to turn the opening explorer on. So this is the Queen's Gambit declined. It's called the Marshall defense, but that's not the... I thought the Marshall was when you push... Not sure. Not sure of this variation, y'all. So, right here is when I should have moved, because my opponent has this, which has that fork potential. Oh, of course. Did you guys see that? This is a tactic that we know. We know this. We've seen this in puzzles all the time. The king is undefended. The queen can swing out here, put a check on the king, which shifts the tempo, so my opponent has to decide what to do with their king. In this case, retreating the knight back, which means there's no more pressure on this fork. So I can continue developing. Actually, yeah, we kind of trapped that. What a weird turn of events that is. Aha, okay, and then it forces a queen trade. Just trade everything off, what do you say? I still have castling privileges, my opponent doesn't. Maybe. Okay, anyway, I don't need to look about that. But yeah, this is a tactic that basically says you have to do something, and if you choose wrong, I get to pick up your knight for free. Now, in this case, it's simply a matter of the knight retreating, and then we develop the rest of the game as normal. I missed that. And I as much as I play this opening, the Queen's Gambit opening, I need to remember this is not the first time. This is not the first time that this is that I've missed this. So I need to start looking for those. So now white has an advantage. Yeah, moving the bishop back seems to be the best course of action. But I just didn't want to lose the tempo. I mean, it's not losing a tempo. I just didn't want to keep making moves with the bishop, you know? Try to develop something else. Find a different piece to develop. And I should have seen something like this coming, you know? Instead of giving back the material, I could have just gone here and stayed up the whole piece. Right? Oh, not there. Like if he were to retreat, right? At this point in time, I've got all my pieces, and my opponent's down a piece. So, yeah. Instead of allowing my opponent to equalize, I should have just banked my material. The rest of this I felt really strong about, y'all. My opponent's got tripled pawns. Both the E and the G files are now open, right in front of my opponent's king. Aha. Right, because that definitely encourages this. I never considered going up this route, because then it would allow me to pick up here too. I never considered that. Wow, I've got an 8-point material advantage, or it's a 8-point evaluation advantage right now. Wow, that's mega. I did find the correct move. Letting my opponent have that pawn was the correct move. Coming upward, or bring the rook over first? Because now there is the threat of pawn, and then we exchange bishops, then we exchange queens. Oof. And I'm up another pawn. Man, I can't believe I had this game, y'all. So I didn't need to move my... I didn't need to block the rook out. I could have picked up the bishop first. This bishop move was unnecessary. I was just concerned that what happens if my opponent squeezes down here. Like, if I take here, what happens if my opponent goes here? I guess I'm safe. it just felt really uncomfortable. It felt really uncomfortable, and I did not want to be in that jeopardy. So this bishop coming down completely, oops, undo. So this bishop coming down, it completely guards against this. So, that would have been tasty. Pick up that pawn there. There's still this, but there's no backup, so I feel good about it. Yeah, I didn't know what to do. Oh, bishop up? Yeah, see, it wants me to put the bishop back because it says this is not a threat. And I just was not, that scared me. That scared me. And I have to learn to recognize that I do have an escape square. And not only do I have an escape square, but where the queen can't get to me on that from there. Everywhere the queen could go to is defended. Yeah, so I debated on this check. I just didn't know what it would get me. Because I just saw my opponent could just hide here, and then what? And then what? Oh, and then the rook comes down now. Right, well, that's what we ended up doing. That's what we ended up doing after all. Once we made this trade, though. Now we did it. Now we brought the rook up. Somehow I could not turn this, y'all. I see. That's why I wanted me to bring the rook over, because this is the only square that matters. That was a major shift in evaluation. Oof. What does that look like? Oh, okay. Okay. It's because either way I move, the queen comes with check, I have to move again, and then it picks up an undefended piece. Undefended pieces, these guys really should have been connected. So I'm glad my opponent missed that, but man. Queen trade now. Pick up these pawns, okay. I can't believe I missed it. This was obvious. This right here, this... I am so frustrated right now that I missed this. I knew it. I saw it. If I had just missed it completely and then my opponent did it, like you guys have seen me. I mean, how many times have I missed a move, completely missed it, and not even recognized it until after the fact? But here I saw it at the time, and I had already committed to my move. Otherwise, I win this game. Even with only 51 seconds, I have a rook. I've got it, but more importantly, I've got a passed pawn that's defended already. So my opponent could come down here, I guess. I go here, he comes here, I go here, he comes here, I go here. He would have to take here. I guess it would require a little bit of work on my effort to block the opponent's king out. But I could pick up these guys in the meantime. So frustrating. Oh, well, that's how it goes sometimes, guys. That's why we play the games, you know? You never know until you play the game. So, alrighty, guys. That was fun for me. I enjoyed it, even with the loss. I still enjoy it. That's why I keep coming back to play it. Anyway, I'll catch you guys next time. Hopefully in a better end game. I told y'all. I'm not going to study any more openings until I study end games. I'm at the point now where I've got 3 or 4 or 5 generic openings that I know, so that'll get me to the mid game. We're still practicing our puzzles and doing our tactics, making sure we don't miss some important tactics. Even though we still miss them from time to time, we find some as well. So we're getting better. That's all it's all about, getting better. Now it's really time to convert these end games. I really got to start converting these end games because that's what that is. Alrighty, guys. I'll catch you next time. Bye.